On a Zoom with me from the UK is the incredible Fillipa. We know her from Chills, but she has new music, and we're going to ask her all about that. But first, hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Okay, so tell
Good.
us, what have you been up
Yes.
to in the last couple of months? Because last we heard you were traveling the world, winning and doing things, and you were
hmm
on the Jacket Top 20, the CTM Top 20. How has the last like 6 months been for you?
It's actually been a lot of adjusting, to be honest, and really busy, like prepping for a lot of new music. I've been doing since COVID happened, I've actually changed, a lot has changed, I mean, for everyone, but particularly with me, I had to kind of equip myself. I got this little home studio and I had to start learning how to record my own vocals,
Wow.
and send them through. And I've been doing a lot of online stuff and writing a lot for sync. So I've been doing really cool projects as far as that's concerned too. So I've been working with a lot of people online, and it's such a weird thing because I'm so used to being in studio, with a group of people and recording in a studio. And now it's all just been, in my bedroom, kind of in my little home studio bedroom, and it's been interesting because I've developed a lot skill wise. I've learned a lot, which has been amazing, but it's been challenging. It's had its challenges. So I've been busy with a lot of that, writing new music. I've got a whole lot of new material that I can't wait to share. And of course, getting ready for my release of No Words, my latest single. So, and doing the music video for that, and doing all the prep work for that, and getting artwork done, because I've also been doing a lot of stuff on my own. So that's basically how it's been. It's just been a lot of learning. It's been a lot of developing skills. It's been a lot of new music, new material, finding a new sound. So yeah, that's basically, I think, a little summary of what's been going on for 6 months.
Okay, so you touched on the writing and the being on in the online spaces. How has
hmm
that been? Because I know for a lot of artists, we used
Yeah.
to go into a studio and have sessions or go away for a week or two and have writing sessions.
hmm
Now
hmm
everything's kind of on Zoom. And I don't
Yeah,
know if I like that because I don't know if I would want to rather be in the room to like get in the person's head and like, how has
exactly.
that been for you?
It's challenging. Look, it's been amazing just because, obviously with the online stuff, it's so easy to connect with people from all over the world. So from that perspective, it's been amazing because I've been able to write with people from all parts of the world and get into different groups. And, it's not a case of I have to travel all the way, to then be in that room with those people. So from that perspective, it's been amazing. And I think it's opened a lot of doors and opportunities to work with different groups of people. However, it is challenging because when you do sit in a room with people, there's a different energy. You can connect in a different way, and it's a little bit more personal. So over Zoom, it does have its complications, and sometimes the connectivity, something happens there. So there's a lag. So I think it's just those little things that are quite annoying or challenging. But I think I'm choosing to look at the positive side of it, and looking at the whole, I get to work with all these great people from all over the world, and that's pretty cool, which it was harder to do before, before everything went online. So yeah, has a pros and cons, I would say.
There's always pros and cons for everything. I just
Sure.
still feel like the bouncing off in real life would be better. But I mean, I've never
Yes,
done it, so I
definitely.
have no idea. Okay, but talk
Yeah.
to me about this new single because the cover artwork is incredibly sexy. I have to tell you,
Thank you. Thank
it
you.
is
Thank you.
so gorgeous. Did you do that yourself, the cover artwork as well?
Yeah, I actually sat with my brother and we just quickly like played around with things, and we just did it. So yeah, thank you so much. It is me as well. It's a little snippet from a music video that I'm gonna eventually release. But yeah, this song it definitely has a more sensual and sexy side to it. I think I'm growing up, I'm also developing as an artist too, and I kind of I chose to write the song because I wanted to kind of capture that feeling and that chemistry between two people that doesn't require words. So and I wanted to tell it from my perspective and how it felt for me, and how amazing that feeling really feels, and how it can be really sensual, and it can be, it can be sexy in that way. So I got into the studio that day, and this was in person. And I said, I want to talk about this today. Like I want to write something about this, and I want like a really cool groove behind it too, something that's like got a bit of movement and something a little bit more upbeat. And I'm personally, when I write, I'm not afraid to say it like it is and to be pretty straightforward and open and authentic with what I'm writing about. So that's basically where No Words came from. You know, I was expressing what that feels like to me, and hopefully, you know, it can be relatable to other people too.
Is there an album or an EP coming after this?
I can't say right now, but
Ah,
there is new material. All I can say is there is new material coming very soon. So
okay.
yeah, I'm excited for that. But it's always a tricky thing because I think as an artist, you're always put in this really difficult position. We have to decide, okay, do I release an EP or an album, or do I do single based releases? Because I think the world is becoming so single based, that it's actually pretty tricky sometimes to think, okay, what will work better? What will be more in my favor? So I've really wanted to release an album for a very long time. So that's definitely will come in the future. I don't know if it'll come right now or if I'm going to hold it out, but I do definitely have new material. So that's coming.
The other new material that you're talking about now, does it also lean into the more sensual, different Fillipa than what we know, or have you done a lot of different single sounds?
I think it definitely will be different. I think from my previous stuff, just purely because like my experiences are different, and you know I've grown up. My sound is growing and developing constantly, which is a great thing for an artist. I think it's important to push yourself into to different directions. And it's definitely different, but I mean I'm still in the pop genre. I haven't kind of, you know, done anything in the rock side of things, or so it won't be drastically different in terms of genre, but um, I think I'm definitely exploring topics that are a little bit more mature, and topics that are a little bit more to that side. And but then again, I do have other material that I have too. That's you know, about totally different topics. So I think it's hard to say exactly like what if I'm going completely all in that direction, but it is definitely different from what I used to be. And I think that that's important. I do want to continuously be different. I think it's important to do that and to have music that's always shifting and evolving. But I think the thing that remains the same is I've always been very lyrically inclined, and like that I place an importance on my lyrics.
Mm.
And I always just want to share my personal experiences. I want to be as authentic as I can. So that's a thread that I think will always remain.
So important, authenticity, especially after the lockdown. I think it's more important than it's ever been.
Yeah,
We need real
for sure.
voices of real people that are going through the things we're going through, you know, to like to
Exactly.
play the soundtrack to our lives, because that's what music
Yes,
is, right? And that's exactly what you're doing.
exactly.
So I know that you're in the UK at the
Yeah,
moment, which is
thank you.
very strange that you're in short sleeves and I'm in three jerseys, because I know that there's a heat wave.
Right.
Are you going to
Yeah.
be coming back? Are you doing a tour? Can we watch you perform somewhere?
Sure, I'm definitely coming back. I'm traveling at the moment, but I will be back very soon, about a month's time. And um at the moment I'm prepping to, you know, get shows going and and I'm looking to prepare a tour, which is coming very soon also. But at the moment, just keep a lookout on my socials, because that's kind of where, you know, if anything does spark or happen, I'll put it there and I'll let everybody know. But I'd love to tour because things are opening up again, and I haven't really performed on stage in such a long time. I've just been like a studio body, and I've been, you know, writing and recording and writing and recording. So to be able to get onto stage again is going to be so cool, and to be able to just feel that energy from people. So I definitely have that in mind. I'm definitely planning that. So keep a lookout, and you'll see that when
Now
it's out. When
I
it's,
know that No Words has like pretty much just been released, and I hate this next question, but
yes,
you already have a next single prepped, I'm sure, right?
I do. I do. I do.
Okay. When is that? In the next like when?
Okay, so I'm gonna like ballpark it like
Okay.
the next 2 months, around there, the
Oh,
next two
okay.
months.
All right.
So yeah. So
Okay, cool.
soonish, yeah, soonish, but not like, you know, not next week, but
So
soonish.
essentially, what I'm surmising is you're gonna come home in like a month, and then like a
Mhm,
couple of
mhm,
weeks, drop a single, and then maybe do
mhm.
a little like tour thing. But we need to just go to your socials to find more.
Yes, yes, definitely. It'll like I'll put everything up there when it's, when I have something solidified, I'll let everyone know there. That's kind of the call out card of what I'm doing, including my awkward Instagram stories, me being very random. So all of that's there.
Authenticity, it's what we are about.
There
Fillipa,
we
thank
go.
you so much for your time. Just one thing
Sure.
for guys and girls of your age that
Hmm.
are
Hmm.
doing things, not necessarily music industry things or this industry things, but doing things and are
Sure.
finding it hard to find their voice in
Hmm.
just life in
Hmm.
general. What would your advice be to them? How would you go about finding that voice?
Wow. Well, it's a very tricky thing, and it's difficult to kind of put it into words. But I think the way that I find is the best and most effective way to, I'm an artist, and it's, I have a voice and I write music, and that's usually how I project my voice. But I think not being afraid to just be open and honest and share your feelings, because sometimes we're so afraid, we hold back because we're afraid of being judged, or we're afraid that no one else feels the same way and no one's going through what I'm going through. And the reality is there's so many people out there that are going through the exact same thing you're going through, or the same struggles, or the same, the difficulty with their confidence in something, or insecurity about something. And I think it's so special when you're able to be, confident and open about how you feel, even if it's not perfect, and even though you're being vulnerable or sharing an insecurity or whatever it may be, or just taking like a leap into something that you're not 100% confident in. I think it's important because you actually realize, wow, like when I speak up and I share that, someone else could be going through the same thing, and being able to relate to people is such an important thing, because we forget, we isolate ourselves, and sometimes just being able to relate to other people helps so much, and it makes us feel like we're not alone, because I think COVID just did that to everyone, and it really like stunted a lot of people in that way and isolated us. And I think that would be the one thing I would say: just don't be afraid to just express it, and to trust that you're not alone, and that there are a lot of people also going through the same thing you're going through. So you know speaking up and having a voice is the first step, is just to try, just go for it, because you might inspire someone else to also speak up, and you might find that there are people that are really like happy that you did that, and people that are really that connect to you because you did that.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. It's, you just need to try, and you need to have faith that you know you're not alone, and that you'll be able to find people like you out there that are going through the same thing, and it'll just make it more bearable, it'll make you more confident. I think that's kind of what I've discovered, and I do that through my music. Having someone say, wow, like your song helped me go through a breakup,
Yeah.
I related so much, and or your song helped me like express how I really felt to a guy that I really like, and like simple little things like that, just it makes me so happy, because I was going through the same thing, and to know that someone else listens to my music and says, wow, this helped me gain the confidence to speak up, or this helped me feel good, or this helped me get through something. I think that's such an amazing feeling. So that's what
Yeah.
I would say.
You're
Sorry,
really
that was
lucky.
long. That was long.
No, this is amazing.
That was a
You're
long-winded
really
answer.
you're really lucky to get to do what you do. I think that it connects you
Mm-hmm.
to people on a level that the rest of us never understand. So
Sure, sure.
thank you for gifting us with your incredible music. And I can't wait to hear what
Thank
new
you.
you sounds like. Not new you, different you. Like
Yes, there we go. Yeah,
different
different
you.
me. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
already love the single. So
Thank
please
you.
go follow Fillipa everywhere. And when you're back in Joburg, we want to come and watch you.
Perfect. I'd love that so much. And thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot.
Awesome. Thanks, babe. That's it. I'm going to send it to video. I will let Mel know when it's going to go to air.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That was a
Cool.
great interview. Thanks for your time.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Jacaranda FM.